What up? It's William Bolton, aka Willie B. I'm on Dash Radio with the Kickback Show.
Even if I did say sorry, wouldn't really matter now. Driving in your new Ferrari, I guess it worked out. Knew that wouldn't end the story, cause I still want you now. Baby, you should be my trophy. Yeah, we could shine proud. Sparks, they fly.
And we back. It's the Kickback Show with your boy, the DJ TJ.
Sean Mueller, we back in the building.
And we got Willie B in the house.
Hey.
What's going on, boys?
Welcome back, bro. Welcome back.
Thank you, man. It's good to be back here.
Yeah.
It's been a year.
It has been.
Wow.
It's almost like exactly a year, I think, from the last time you were on the show.
Pretty much.
That's crazy, bro. So
Yeah.
what's been popping? What's new since the last time we saw you?
When I saw you guys last, I hadn't gone out in the Europe tour
Yeah,
yet,
you were
right?
about to go on tour
I was
with
just
Hoodie.
about to go. Okay.
Yeah.
I think you had just announced it. You're like, I'm about to go on tour or something here
Okay.
pretty soon.
How was that?
Dude, incredible. Man. So basically, I went on tour with opening for Hoodie Allen for like 15 cities in Europe. And then,
Sick.
yeah, I ended up staying there, playing like a festival. Like I got an agent, like played a festival. I played my first headlining show ever in Hamburg, Germany.
No
for
shit.
like a week after the tour.
Headlining.
Like I just stayed and I just stayed in Germany after, just like chilled for a couple weeks. Like,
was that dope or what?
It was tight, man. Yeah, like Europe is crazy.
Do you speak German?
Guten Abend.
Okay.
Good evening.
I have no idea what that, I have no idea what that means.
I
but
can speak a
Got
couple.
some phrases.
Yeah, just a few things, you know.
Enough to get by, right?
Well, hopefully. Danke schön. That's thank you. I
Hey,
think.
danke schön.
Danke schön.
So was that your favorite city on the tour?
Hamburg, Germany, I mean, it was just like one of the most lit cities. And it just so happened that I got booked for the Reeperbahn Festival, which is like kind of like the South by Southwest of Germany, or of Europe, really.
Yeah.
So and that was in Hamburg. So I was like, okay, I'll stay there for a week. And then just like through my public phone number and through like Snapchat, I like organized a meetup, and then I organized my own headlining show, and we had like 100 girls come out.
So dope.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Are you still doing the wine mixer thing you were talking about? Remember last year you were like doing your own events. They were
I had a couple wine mixers in the last year. I haven't been doing a bunch in LA, mainly because I just haven't had like the right venue, and I've been just kind of busy with like a lot of other stuff, like making music.
Yeah.
But stay tuned, because like I'm trying to have a release party maybe for the EP. So
Tight.
yeah.
So let's talk about that. You have a title track on that, right? That hasn't come out yet?
Yeah. So the EP is going to be called Glow. I'm super, super excited for that to come out. Basically, I made this EP. It was it's going to be 4 tracks. I've worked with these producers. Their name's Onda.
Uh-huh.
It's a duo, Telly and Swish, and like one of the, like, they're both super dope dudes. Like producers, like one of the guys actually like produced that song True Colors on the Weeknd's last album.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
And they're just like, yeah, these dudes are just both like.
How'd you come
insane.
together with these guys?
It's so funny. Like I was actually, when I was meeting with like Mayor Hawthorne's management company, like I was talking to them for a little bit, like last year, and we didn't end up working together, but like I was still really cool with them, and they actually brought me to like the CeeLo Green show.
Dope.
And at the CeeLo Green show, like Mayor Hawthorne and his band came through, like after rehearsal, and his keys player is this guy Swish. He goes by Sam Wish now. And I was like, yo, bro, like he was like, oh yeah, I'm Swish. I was like, yo, you're Swish from SoundCloud. Like I'd actually seen him on SoundCloud because he had done this really dope remix of Vic Mensa's song Feel That.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, you're this dude. And he's like, oh, yeah, like you're William Bolton. Like I know you from SoundCloud. Like you got the lightning bolt.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
I liked your track. I liked yours too.
yeah, no, it was kind of like that. It was so funny. It was at like a CeeLo Green show, and then we just we linked up in LA later that week. Because I was here, I was still in college at the time. I was just on break, and we worked on a remix together. And then he gave me this beat that later became my song "Fall in Lust."
Yeah.
And then basically when I got back from tour, I was just like, actually Vicky had the idea. He's like, yo, these guys they're our problem. Like these guys are crazy. You should do like just an EP with them. So we just decided to go in on it and just made it.
Super
That's
tight.
what's up.
Yeah.
Where are they from?
So they're both from Seattle.
Yeah.
And one of
C-Town?
yeah, man. But yeah, it's been a pleasure working with those dudes. They're like some of my best friends in LA now too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you staying out here now?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm still doing the Airbnb thing. I think I was telling you guys last time.
You had
Right.
the one in Hollywood.
Yeah, I was in Hollywood. I'm in Hollywood again now. I'm actually about to move in with Gibson Hazard. You guys know him?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
He's the crazy videographer. He just got off tour with The
Okay,
Weeknd.
I was sick.
He's like, it's crazy. I'll tell
Maybe
you
we
about
can
him.
expect some dope visuals from you soon.
Oh yeah, yeah, most likely.
You've been working. He was at the wine mixer, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So well, that's the thing. Gibson was like this. So this is kind of a quick tangent. He's this amazing photographer, videographer. He was from Boston, and like the first show he ever shot like was like a Skizzy Mars show that like Skizzy like brought me out to play a song.
Gotcha.
And he got some shots and emailed them to me, whatever. Like we like kind of stayed in touch, and then he came out to LA and got nasty at photography. Just started sneaking into shows, shooting everyone's shows, and then I ended up like we stayed friends. I brought him on tour in Europe with Hoodie, and that was the first time he'd ever done video. I was like, "Can you do video for me?" He's like, "Sure." So like that was like the first time he ever did video. Made some crazy videos for me, and within 1 year, like went on like a Nash tour, Super Duper Kyle tour, and then eventually went on the Weekend tour with Black.
Damn.
Wow.
So
That's dope.
yeah,
Real leveling up right there.
yeah, bro. You know, whole squad going up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's really dope. I'm moving in with him this month for a couple months. Yeah, so basically to kind of end that tangent, I'm living in Airbnbs in LA. It's kind of been like my wave for the last year because when I first moved here, I was like I thought I was gonna get the tour, and then I did, and I was gone for like 2 months, and now I'm trying to get on tour like again, hopefully soon. So it's like I don't really want to have a lease, and I kind of like just moving around, and
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. It's everyone tells me I'm crazy, but I really like it.
Yeah, how does that work? Do you go like, is it like a different spot every week, or are you like?
Oh, so I do it monthly.
Okay.
So there's actually like monthly discounts, so it actually like does make sense like monetarily. And yeah, so like once a month or once every couple months, depending on how long I can get it for, I literally pack my entire life into an Uber XL and I just dip.
Yeah.
Here we go, next spot.
It like takes like you know it's like it'll be like my last one was just like a few blocks away from the other one. Took like 20 minutes, and then I'm just in a new spot, and it's just like, all right, set up.
That's
my
gotta be
studio.
dope to be living pretty simple like that, where you can just pick
Yeah.
up and just like, all right, next.
It's cool, man. Yeah, I really like it. It feels like it's like nomadic, but I feels like I'm like a young artist, you know, like just getting around. And I've seen a lot of LA because of it.
Yeah.
You know, like living in different areas.
That's
good.
cool.
So it's
Yeah, you're gonna get a
cool.
taste of different neighborhoods
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Yeah.
Nice.
Lived in
nice.
South Central for a bit. That was the hood. But
Hey.
I survived. Hey, I'm from Detroit, man. I've also lived in Harlem before.
I think Sean's staying down in Inglewood right now.
Yeah, Inglewood is up to no good, man. You know how it is.
They be mugging Sean and stuff like, what you doing in this neighborhood?
Oh my gosh.
Dress all bummy and shit when I walk down the
Hey,
street.
he did
you know?
pick up a half of some chronic though for the cheap though. I can't complain about
Yeah,
that.
for the low. We'll smoke some
I
of
have
that
this
later.
thing called the Harlem Tuck.
Oh, you told me about this. Was it?
Oh yeah, I told you last year.
Yeah, the Harlem
And whenever-
Tuck.
Yeah, when I'm in Harlem, I put the chain under the
Hey,
shirt.
hold on.
When I'm in the hood, I put the chain under the shirt.
Yeah.
Tuck back.
How do you feel your music has like kind of changed on this new project?
You know, yeah. I mean, I've evolved a lot as a person and as an artist. I feel like, in the last year, you know, I've been dropping a lot of music. I mean,
Tons.
I mean, yeah. By the time this EP's out, it'll be like 15 songs already this year.
Yeah.
Wow. That's huge.
My goal is to have at least 25 songs out this year. But yeah, like it's kind of I've just like I said, I've been growing, and for this EP especially, like the kind of mantra and the theme is like musical bangers, right?
Yeah.
So I have tracks like that, like Fading, where it's like, you know, my soulful like voice and flow and everything over like a new age beat, but I kind of like continued to kind of like pursue that with this new project. So it's like it's songs that have like the elements of like these rap bangers,
Yeah.
like the big drums, the big production, but instead of like rapping over it, instead of it being just like a simple ass like 3-note bass line or something, it's like really beautiful chords,
Yeah.
and then my soulful singing, but over these beats that just bang.
Yeah.
So that's like the sound of the new EP.
Do you think like being in Europe kind of inspired any of this sound at all?
I think in general, I think Europe just like inspired me as a person. I think I think being in LA like really kind of inspired like the bangers part, because like I wouldn't say I'm like a big fan of like a lot of the urban and rap music that's coming out now. Like
Yeah.
I've always liked hip hop more for the beats, but even so, like I felt like I moved to LA and I just like couldn't escape like all this music, and I feel like a lot of it's really negative, and personally it's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
There's certain songs and artists, like I like a lot of Travis Scott stuff, and like there is certain rap that I like, but I would say the majority of it it's just not really my vibe.
Yeah.
And so being surrounded by that forever, I was just like, oh my God, I just had to try to like block it out, but it was just there. And I think that I was like, all right, you know what is cool about this is like when I get drunk and when I want to turn up, like I do like this music.
Yeah.
And so I kind of like took those elements.
Yeah, because that song comes on, you hate it all day on the radio, but when you're faded at midnight and all, oh shit,
Mask
they
off.
say congratulations or some shit. That's like,
exactly. No, that was what I
anthems.
realized. That was what I realized is like, dang, like I am singing along to these songs that I typically
don't worry, you're
like.
brainwashed too, man. We're all in it together.
But yeah, but I feel like my fight back was being like, okay, I'm just gonna use it. I'm like my fight back is like, all right, I'm gonna take everything that I like about this and then put my own unique flair and my own and stay true to my sound of this, you know. But take that modern shit and then bring it to my sound.
Yeah, I feel like Angel Boy is kind of a good example of the new sound. What was that song all about?
Angel Boy, that song's about a girl. It's like I have a lot of songs about girls.
Yeah. That was a little personal.
Let's talk about Mesmerized.
Mesmerized, all right.
Yeah, let's talk about Mesmerized because I feel like that's a funnier story.
Let's hear about it.
Okay. I'm all right, I'm going all in because like I haven't told anyone this story.
Hey, bring it,
man.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play this. I'll
Willie
say it on
B
air.
on the
No,
Kickback
I'll say
Show.
It on air. So there's this girl. You know, it's like any good millennial romance starts. You know, this beautiful girl slid into my DMs.
Yep.
Standard situation.
You know what I mean? It's either that or Tinder nowadays, right?
Yeah.
Are you on Tinder?
Not really as much anymore.
But you got that public phone number too, so they can pretty much just call you.
You're easily accessible.
I am, and that's how I
Not hard
toured
to
Europe,
find.
and that's how I have my career.
Yeah.
Is being accessible. But
yeah.
but yeah, I am. It's I'll take the dish. I don't care.
Yeah.
Back to Mesmerized, though. We don't want to get out too off the.
Back to Mesmerized. Yeah. So this girl slid into my DMs, and she was just like really cool, and I'm thinking about saying her name. Her name is Autumn, actually.
Okay, Autumn.
And,
is that the girl on the cover photo of it?
No, that's another friend of mine.
Autumn lookalike.
But so Autumn, so like we started DMing and then like texting and then FaceTiming, and she's just like this really, really cool girl, and like we kind of started like, you know, becoming like friends just over online, and then she's actually a model from Seattle, and eventually she came down to LA to visit, and like we were like able to kick it, and you know, like we had a glass of wine, hung out, like just like on
Did
some
the thing.
Yeah, it was cool. Like
Yeah.
like she's not my girlfriend, or like we're not even really like, we don't have a thing or anything. Like we just ended up becoming like pretty good friends, but like she's just like a real beautiful girl, and you know, someone that I like and is cool, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, during this time, while by the time she got there, I think the song was almost like already written, because like we've been talking so much, you know.
Yeah.
And so that's like, yeah, so that's why the song is all about like she's making her money from modeling, and she's such a baddie, and she got a fatty, so every guy hollering.
Hey.
She's popping, it's obvious. Yeah, photo shoots, compliments. Yeah, she's here for the summer. She gave me your number. I'm falling when autumn hits. That's all right. We cut it off. It's cool though.
TJ got to enjoy
Damn,
it. I
I
have
was-
my headphones on.
I got the rest of it. We out
you
here.
got
That's
it.
William Bolton right there with Mesmerized.
Dang, man, I
y'all.
was just wilding out. Yeah, I had to.
That was dope, bro.
That's
You
the
kind of had
jam.
us all gigging in the studio over there for a quick second.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man.
I like that.
Thank
And that was
you.
all inspired from the girl in the DMs from Seattle.
Yeah.
Mesmerized.
Shouts to Autumn. She's a real cool girl.
Autumn. Obviously, she inspired you, so that
Yeah.
works. One thing I like about your music is it's very uplifting. I feel like every record that I've heard you put out, it's got like just a feel good vibe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, and I after you were talking about how some of the music, the rap music right now that you're not vibing to, I think that the music that you're putting out reflects that, because you're putting out something that's totally different. You know, that's like a very good, uplifting, almost summery vibe. You know,
Yeah.
and respect, man. It's good stuff.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Definitely
that.
keep it up.
For real.
So you said you got an EP coming out. When's the EP coming out?
So August 4th, that's actually the day after my birthday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You gonna be 23?
Yeah, I'm gonna be 23.
Dope.
Yeah.
Stepping up in the world.
Where we celebrating? We gotta throw something,
yeah,
bro.
where's that
Hey,
wine mixer, William?
I haven't decided yet. I think I might be going back to that place I played the show at, Mama Lion. They're
Oh,
like,
yeah?
Yo, you should have your birthday here. So like,
That'd be tight.
it's gonna be a game time decision what happens for my birthday, but
Yeah.
we'll figure it out.
Would that be a Thursday night?
Yeah, I believe
Thursday? Because it comes out Friday, right?
so. Or I don't know.
Let me check the calendar
I'll have to
real
text this
quick.
girl.
We'll get that shit lit though.
So you're gonna spend your birthday here in LA?
Yeah, I will. That's the plan.
Dope.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What else was I gonna say? Oh, there's so much going on. So you've been out here all summer, right?
Yeah.
And you're from Detroit, like you were talking about, right?
I am from Detroit. I was back there for like 4th of July, which was really great.
Seeing the fam and everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's it like going back there? Is it much changed? You know, since you've traveled the world and you come back to Detroit, like what's that all about?
I think mainly I'm just like really excited to see my family, you know?
Most definitely.
So basically when I did go, we went up to northern Michigan, which is like, so this is Michigan, the hand, you know, like this is Detroit, and then up in the Pinkies, like Lake Michigan and like the Sleeping Bear Dunes. And I kind of like, my dad actually grew up there, and so like I've been going up there since a kid. So it's like right on the lake. We just kind of like spent some time like away from the world. So I guess I wasn't even really in Detroit much this summer, but just like for a day or two. But just in general, yeah, man, it's always good to come home just to remember, like, you know, it's like it's really easy to get caught up in like being an artist and out here in LA, you know.
Definitely.
So it's good to stay grounded. It's just good to, you know, I don't know if that's a crazy, you know,
yeah,
crazy
that's
answer, but it's just, you know,
no, it's humbling. You go back home, it's like your roots, you know.
Yeah,
I totally vibe with that because I'm from Portland. I go up to Portland all the time. It kind of brings me back home, you know. And but then when I get back to LA, I'm like, all right, let's get
go
it.
time. Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I feel it when I fly in. Like coming over LA, I'm like, my phone's going off.
Yeah.
So I'm like, here we go, man. It's popping. I'm like, okay, it's 11 p.m., but there's already shit popping. I got to get it going. You know?
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
That's good, though.
Yeah.
Exciting. So you got the birthday EP release. You got any other shows or tours lined up after that?
Yeah. So basically, I have this a little tour called the Coast to Coast Tour. So right now there's been like only like 7 dates announced. I just played 5 shows in California.
Nice.
In the last week. I just got off tour. Actually, just a quick five day run, and then I'm gonna be playing Boston, New York, and DC in September. Probably gonna be announcing more dates on that soon.
Boston. We were just talking about Boston. I was telling Sean, it's like, because I went out there last fall. We were shooting a music video and kind of running around the city. I'm trying to go back this fall for sure. Maybe we can catch Willie B at the show in Boston.
I hope so. That'd be lit.
Oh, you guys should. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Definitely gotta figure out when you're gonna be there. We'll link up.
Yeah.
But I was wondering, what is the inspiration behind Glow and the whole title for that and the project?
Yeah. So Glow is just number one. I really like that word, and you know, it's like the whole artwork theme, and like a lot of it is like, I mean, I think there's like this really cliche, like, I guess it's cliche because people say it so much, like glow up, like, oh, we're glowing up.
Yeah, like I'm thinking like your gold chains and shit, you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, like,
glowed up.
But so, you know, I think that's partly it, but more of it's just like, that was just like the word that came to mind when I started hearing this music. It's just like glow, like, you know, I feel like it's like I'm like starting to turn into a butterfly, man. You know, it's like, you know, I'm starting to glow. It's like I'm starting to heat up, and it's like the fire, you know, I'm starting to in one of the songs called Fire in the Rain, I have this line. It's like, I set myself ablaze. And it's like, yeah, man, I feel that there's a light coming out of me. I'm starting to see it. And it's kind of a metaphysical concept, but like, yeah, I feel it. And it's a lot about, also like, it's like the actual song is about like second chances. It's about like, you know, like, a lot of the EP is just about like me as an artist, you know, like I've been through a lot. I've been doing this shit since I was 19. Like you said, I'm about to, I mean, I've been playing guitar since I was 10, but I've been in the industry since I was 19. I've had like a few different things that didn't work out, but like I'm still here going, you know, and I'm starting to just really come into myself, I feel like, and just starting to glow. Like I just feel like the light is starting to come out of me, and this album is all about just continuing to grow and glow.
That's awesome. So it's kind of like you manifesting everything that you set out to do.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah, and kind of letting go. You know, letting go of anything bad in my life. Like,
what do you seem like you live a pretty good life, man. What do you consider bad in Willie B's life?
You know, I mean, like mental health. You know what I mean? That's something I struggle with.
Because you got a lot on your plate. You're all over the place. I mean, you're Airbnb-ing and producing and writing a lot, traveling, touring.
Yeah.
People always see like the glamorous side.
Yeah.
But there's definitely there's a lot of work behind it. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like the general public, they only see you on stage shining.
Yeah.
But then sometimes it's like there's more to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we all got ups and downs. I feel like a lot of people they don't see the downs because we're only exposing the ups.
Yeah,
I'm out here doing this, I'm out here doing that, but nobody ever talks about how they got a flat tire or had to get their car towed, or you know,
it's all
I gotta pay these fucking stack of bills right here. You know, it's like, but
I think that's so true, especially like in social media. You know, I think like because that's been such a big part of my brand. Like I interact with my fans so much on social media, and I actually like show so much of my life, and I love doing that. But yeah, you're right. Like I'm not posting like the days like when I'm in tears. I'm not posting the days when I'm failing. I'm not posting my most vulnerable moments. You know, like the only people I tell that about are like maybe like my true friends and my family. So yeah, I think it's this weird thing where it's not even just like our regular lives, but now on social media, we're telling everyone just all the good parts of our day.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, here's me at the pool. It's like, oh, I just moved to a new spot. I got a new song out. But like, you know, there's not like.
You don't see the downs.
Yeah.
You only see the ups.
You didn't see me take the bus to the dollar store earlier.
Yeah.
That's what's up, though, man.
Yeah.
So you still playing the guitar when you perform?
Yeah, of course, man.
Because you grew up playing that instrument, right?
I
That's
did.
like your go-to, right?
Yes, it is my go-to.
So when you were in Germany, were you just guitar in hand every show, or
just shredding? Like if we can put some
Actually,
photos in this
Europe.
interview, I'd love to. You know, I have a couple. Yeah, I have some epic photos.
Send it.
Of me shredding and stuff.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, you know, it's so crazy because like I've been dreaming about that since I was like 10. Like, you know, like more
a European tour?
or like not a European tour as much as like I always, you know, I would listen to songs, and my favorite part of every song used to be the guitar solo. And I used to close my eyes and imagine that I was on the stage in front of thousands of people. Not that I was the singer, but that I was like the guitar player, you know? And now I am the singer and many other things, but like I think even some of those guitar moments where it's like behind my head, or I'm just like, you know, like in the crowd, they're like they're going crazy. It's just like wow. There's just definitely like a bunch of moments on that tour where it was just like I couldn't believe that this was my life.
Yeah.
What was one of the most memorable shows that you performed while in Europe?
So I know we talked about it briefly earlier, but Hamburg, Germany. So that was a crazy story. I had a near-death experience.
Damn.
So I was actually electrocuted at soundcheck in Hamburg, Germany.
Because of like rain, or
So no, it was indoors, but basically like I was sound checking, and like I think that like something was wrong with the venue's power, you know, like it wasn't grounded or something.
Yeah.
But like for some reason, like my guitar created a circuit with the microphone, and I was like playing my guitar, and then I went to touch the microphone.
Yeah.
And then the next thing I know, like I thought that Vic had come up behind me, like grab my arms, and I was just like literally.
Holy shit.
Like
my
literally
God.
for like 10 seconds, I was like, at least that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
I was just like, I could feel electricity going through my body, and I didn't know what was happening at first. And then
Yeah.
I realized, and it was just like terrifying. And then finally, like I fell away from the mic, and like I was like, what the fuck? I like threw my guitar on. I started getting really mad at like, I was like, how did this happen?
mad in general,
Yeah, I was like, how did this happen? Like, you know, like I'm supposed to be sound checking, and like obviously like the tour manager and the venue were like trying to figure it out. But meanwhile, I just got electrocuted. And then like it was crazy. So like they bring in like this medic who doesn't speak any English.
Oh shit.
And they start like checking out my vitals. Like
Yeah.
they're like, you know, holding up fingers and like telling me this and that. And basically there's a translator and a medic, and the medic is saying all this stuff I don't understand in German. And the translator's like, okay, the medic says you need to go to the hospital right now. If you don't go to the hospital, there's a good chance you could die. And then like there's a good chance you could die in the next 24 hours. And they're like, we need to get you in in an ambulance right now.
So when were you set to perform?
I was set to perform about like 35, 40 minutes after this happened.
Okay.
And of course I'm freaking out. I'm like calling my parents. Like I think I got in touch like with my dad, and I was like, yo, like I just got electrocuted. And he's like, wait, what the hell? Like, it was
Did
crazy.
you go to the hospital?
So
It's electric.
basically they were like, you know, they were like, so you guys go to the hospital right now. And I was like, you know what, man? Like, to be completely honest, like, I'm not gonna die in the back of an ambulance in the middle of nowhere in Germany. Like, I'm gonna die on the stage if I die tonight.
Yeah.
And I signed off. I had to sign this paper that said like if I died, it wouldn't be anyone's fault. And I signed it, and I went up on stage, and I played the best show of my entire life.
Fuck yeah,
Wow.
dude. That's badass.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Straight up. Just went from being electrocuted to just nailing your set.
it was crazy. You guys had Bryce Vine in here the other day, right?
Yeah. Good
Okay,
old
so Bryce, he was on that tour as well.
He's dope.
He was the other opener,
Uh-huh.
and like it was so funny. Like during his set, he's like, "Yo, like give her like a round of applause for William Bolton. Like he got electrocuted tonight and still played." He's like, "I don't even know any X-Men who would do that."
real shit.
But like, yeah, man, it ended up being like the craziest show of my life. I went to the studio after the show and like made a song. Like it was like, I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like Vicky and I always would say that, like, you know what I mean? Like if we're gonna go out, we're gonna go out on the stage. And that's how I felt, man. It's like I'd rather fucking die, excuse my French. I'd rather die on the stage than in the back of an ambulance.
Yeah.
You know?
Real rock star shit.
Hey, man, that's what I do. That's my life.
Yeah, absolutely.
William motherfucking Bolton.
What
Whoa, that is dope,
Whoa.
bro.
Yeah, man, that's the record. That's
Exclusive world premiere right
the joint.
there.
Hey, man,
Right?
It may or may not be a #1 record. Stay tuned.
For real.
No, that's gonna
It's
be a
got that
#1
vibe.
record right
Yeah.
now. And that's the title track off the EP that's coming out, right?
Yes.
You can go get that on Friday.
Yep. Everywhere. Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, wherever you listen to music.
Super tight.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. William, there's so much good stuff. I see a bright future for you, my man.
Hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. Like, the love is real.
Oh, yeah.
And I just like hearing more music coming out. You keep putting out these records, man. There's gonna be some good stuff.
Hey, you know it, bro.
I know. I feel like every week, because I got the cell phone, and every week it's like, new track by Willie B.
Oh,
I'm
you,
like,
get, oh,
hey.
you get my texts?
Yeah, I get those too, yeah.
I was
Dope.
like, you got a cell phone?
Yeah.
Damn, Sean, way to really step your technology game up.
Yeah, cell phone,
Yo,
bro.
should we talk about that?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you
Okay.
got that public number. You were mentioning
Yeah.
that last time you were here.
Yeah, man. So, my fans, like, I call them my Willie's Bees.
Willie's Bees.
You know what I mean? Willie B, Willie's Bees.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, like, my fans have always been super close to me. And, like I said, mainly, like, it used to be, like, through Snapchat a lot. And then but, like, this phone number thing has become, like, this really big deal. And, like, I let all my fans know, like, personally, like, when I have a new song come out, and I stay in touch with them on there. Like, it's becoming a lot, you know, but I dedicate time to talking to them. But yeah, man, I feel like it's like some revolutionary kind of stuff. Like, there's not really a lot of artists that care to do that, and I do it because I actually care about, like, my fans, and like it means the world to me. Like, when like I hear from them and the stories, like you know, I got like this text the other day that was like, hey, like, Fire in the Rain is like really helping like keep the hope in my life right now, and like stuff like that touched my heart. You know?
That's humbling. Yeah, for sure.
So
What's Fire
yeah.
in the Rain all about?
So Fire in the Rain is a record. It came out last Friday. So, you know, I kind of in line with the whole EP. It's about me. It's about me being fire in the rain, and the rain is kind of like, it can be anyone, but it's like it's all about the adversity in your life, all the bullshit, all the negative vibes, all the bad events that have happened to you, and all the hardships that you go through, and that's the rain and the storm. But Fire in the Rain is about continuing to keep that fire,
Keep
and
that fire burning,
that glow alive, even in the rain. You know what I mean?
Up. Stay strong.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. You got some inspiring messages through your music.
Hey, man. Yeah, like again, I guess, you know, it's really dope that people connect with it, you know, because I don't necessarily write it with that intention.
Yeah.
It's just I'm just telling my story, and you know, when I hear people say that kind of stuff, I'm like, oh my God, because like in the studio, like I'm just doing the same thing I'm doing here with you guys, like I'm just dancing around and telling my story, but when you actually get the response in like in a text message from a fan, it's or even on a face-to-face level, it's insane, you know, like because I don't even realize that when I write it.
So you're really interacting with your friends or your fans like on a regular basis. So when they text you, they almost can expect that you'll probably see that text message and maybe even respond as well. Mm-hmm. That's cool. And also you get the updates of all of your shows and music releases.
Yeah.
What's the phone number?
So they can reach me at 617-440-5888.
Call now.
Yo, for real though. That's in my Instagram. It's, you know, you can find it on my social media. Yeah, man, I'm just really, Ryan Leslie is one of my best friends and my mentor. And
that's right. Didn't he put you onto this?
He put me onto this. I interned for him. Actually helped him like build the company.
You guys still in communication?
We are, yeah, man. We just had this conversation about women a couple weeks ago. It's a really
common topic these days.
a really insightful conversation about girls that I was like, wow, like this dude is a genius.
Yeah,
he really is though.
He really is.
He's a great producer, songwriter, all around guy,
entrepreneur. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, man, he put me onto it and just made me realize that like it's 2017, like. It's cool to be like an artist and to have like all this mystery around you and like you're so untouchable. Like that's cool, but like that doesn't. A lot of times, you know, like and no shade to people who want to be like that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying a lot of times that's hard to make it last because people have short attention spans nowadays. Yeah. And like
I couldn't figure that guy out. Next.
Yeah, it's like I just think that like being in touch with your supporters is like paramount nowadays. And it's like and like I said, like that's how I got on tour. Like the reason I went on tour in Europe is because a fan texted me.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And there's been countless other things like that in my career where being available, whether it was, you know, not even it's more of a mindset. You know, it's like I have the phone number, or it's like even like talking to the guy in the lobby, or like saying what up to the girl at the party. You know, like just like being open and not being closed off is just like so important, I feel like, in life.
No, I agree 100%. Because sometimes people are too cool for school. You know, walk in the building, like you said, like say hi to the guy in the lobby. Sometimes if you're too so big headed and you walk through, or I've seen it before many times, and someone starts talking, they just ignore them. But then there's the person who's more personal, and then that guy's gonna go back home like, you know what, that dude was dope. He actually was like talking, I like that guy, you know, and he was cool. Yeah, he said hi to me, and they'll take that home with them, you know. So for the fact that you're doing that means a lot to these cats.
Hey man, like Ryan Leslie tells me, and I believe it too, is like you gotta invest in people. That's the most important thing you can invest in.
Mm-hmm. Right, because they're the ones cutting your check at the end of the day.
Yeah, man, but it's not about the check. It's just about enriching your life.
Right, putting out good energy.
Yeah, man, like put good vibes, and just like listen to people, and just like be good to people. I just really believe that's like one of the most important things you can do in life.
I remember Hoodie Allen when he was like first coming up. I forget what mixtape it was he dropped, but I went to one of his shows, and I like messaged him, I think on Facebook, and was like, yo, super dope show. And he posted on my Facebook wall and was like, yo, thanks for coming out. And like, I never forgot that. And I remember like thinking like, yo, Hoodie's like a real ass dude. And like, I think it's like great when artists actually, you know, connect with their fans like that. And like seeing you like text all your fans. I mean, that's how me and you got in touch. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. Yeah. I wouldn't be here right now in this interview if I didn't have a public phone number and I didn't respond to my mans.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's super dope that I think like you respond to all that shit. And like when I go to your shows and I'm like out in the audience, like all the people like love you. You know what I mean? And it's definitely because like, yo, this is Willie B. Like we text, you know what I mean? Like it's like, this is my best friend. You know what I mean? So
I think that makes people want to support you too.
Yeah.
The fact that you're interacting with them, like, yo, because you're supporting them, they're supporting you. So it's like a mutual effort there. There's like a relationship that lies in there.
Yeah.
Because it's like if you were to message me back, I'm like, yo, that's my guy. Like you were just saying, I'm going to go download this track the next time he puts out another record because I fuck with him. Mm-hmm. You know, he fucks with me. Yeah. Even if it was just that one message or that Facebook post, you know, it's like, and that's a good vibe. It feels good from the fan standpoint, also from the artist standpoint, you know? I think that that interaction goes a long way.
Well, I hope so.
You ever plan to release anything on vinyl or tape or anything crazy like that?
Yeah, I mean,
some hard copy stuff.
I would. Yeah, I really would love to drop, you know, like a record on vinyl as like a collector's piece. Like, I mean, I'm an old soul. Like as far as music, like I listen to like on my playlist right now is like Motown soul music. I listen to soul music like almost every day. And yeah, man, like records, like I collected them in college, and like, yeah, man, all that old stuff is like really cool to me. I can
see you putting out a cool like vintage style 12-inch limited release or something. The William Bolton 12-inch.
Yeah,
and it looks like a bolt.
I'm gonna put that energy out there right now. You know?
All right, cool. Yeah,
hopefully someday when it does, I'll buy one.
I'm still trying to figure out like my fashion line and stuff.
That was my next thing. It's like I remember you were doing fashion last time you were in here. So how's that coming along?
It's I haven't been able to put enough energy towards it yet, and I've been getting ideas. Like I think I'm gonna do like Willie blazers. Like I'm gonna start
like the one you're wearing right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna start actually designing these and like trying to sell them at like an affordable price for like my fans.
It's very William Bolton.
Yeah,
and I've seen you in different pictures and concert settings with that jacket, and it's like the only thing I can think of is Willie B.
Yeah,
you know, it's like
and I guess I don't know if everyone wants to dress like me. This is just like what I like. You know, like I this is how I looked at my apartment earlier. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is just what I like to do. I don't know if other people will like it. I hope they will. I guess as far as the fashion stuff, is
that a custom jacket?
No, it's not. It's not custom. I got it like somewhere random on the internet.
Got it.
But yeah, man, I hate to say it, but I think it's just still something in the process. Like it's still I wait on it, but
on the back burner.
Yeah.
No, I'd rather that than just like your standard T-shirt that you get on the back of a concert. You know.
Yeah. Well, I want to have cool merch too. Like I do have like lightning bolt T-shirts and like
those.
hats and stuff. Like that stuff is cool too. Like, you know, I'm all about that. But even with merch, like I want it to be something that I would rock.
Yeah, yeah.
And I do rock that stuff. Like I'll be on my runs with my visor. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to rock this song, Fire in the Rain, produced by, who's this guy that produced this?
Onda.
There's weed all over this mixing board right now.
That's how you know you rolled a bad joint.
Bro, this thing looks all lumpy and shit.
This shit looks awful. I'm going to have to fix that.
I'm ashamed of this. I'm more of a blunt guy.
Yeah, we know that.
We got some fire. That was Fire in the Rain. William Bolton.
Yeah.
Willie B. You like to go by Willie B or William Bolton?
You can call me either one. Like William Bolton is like, my full name, my stage name. My fans call me Willie B. Like
Okay.
you got my friends call me Willie B.
Yeah.
Either one.
I always think they call me Willie B when I'm out in New York City.
Yeah. I think
But I call you Willie B in LA, so I had to change it up.
Hey,
you know?
they call me Willie B everywhere now, fam. I've been around the world.
Right?
It's international.
We out here. That's what's up. So, and you produce a lot of music too. It's not just.
I do, yeah. It's been kind of crazy because, like, for the first probably like 2 years of putting out music, I produced all my own music. Like, I didn't work with any other producers. Just like maybe like internet collaborations once in a while. But like now that I'm in LA, I've been working with a lot of producers for my artist project, which has been really cool. And then like,
What's your artist project?
Oh no, I'm just saying as William Bolton.
Gotcha.
But then and I've still been producing some of my own stuff, but I've been working with a lot of other producers. But in the same way, I've actually been producing for a lot of other artists, or not like a ton, but it's been something I've been doing. So like I think I told you guys last time, one of the big reasons I was on tour with Hoodie was because I produced the intro to his last album.
Nice.
I've been producing on his new album. I guess, fingers crossed. I don't know we made a bunch of songs together, but we'll see what actually comes out on the album. I think he's gonna come out with a great album. So shouts to Hoodie.
Yeah, if it's got William B on the mix, we'll see.
Hey, yeah, and then my boy Vicky Six and I have been producing for Travis Mills as well.
Yeah,
and that's our homie. Shouts to T Mills, and also
shouts to Vicky too.
Yeah, shouts to young Vicky. And then also, Vicky and I actually produced this song called "Single for the Summer."
Okay,
that was Gyps and Felly track. I don't know if you know those cats.
Yeah,
but I like the
coming
title.
on the show next week.
Okay, yeah, we got Felly coming in next week.
Oh,
That's gonna be
tight.
But yeah, that was my jam, dude. Single for the summer.
Is that single for the summer?
Yeah.
Bro, I
How'd you
fuck
guys
with
produce
that.
So I mean, Felly and I have just been like internet friends for like a long time. Like I produced a song for him like way back when, like 3 years ago. Like I produced a song for him, and we've just been in touch ever since. And then I actually I know Gyps as well, and then I'm actually also pretty cool with Gyps' manager Jake Stanley.
Okay.
And yeah, man, I just sent Jake this beat, and I'd been sending Felly stuff, and I just sent him this one beat, and then like the next day they're just like, yeah, they made a song to it. And I was like, okay, and then it came out a single this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's cool.
Do you prefer to stay single for the summer?
I am single for the summer right now.
Hey,
But
ladies,
yeah, man.
Slide in that DM now. Call that hotline.
Hey, it's the vibe.
He's like, no, for real though.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
It is.
What do you use to produce? You use Machine?
I use a few different things. So like I started on Pro Tools of all things.
Okay.
And then I got Machine that I was using in college. And then like just like in the last 2 or 3 months, I started using Ableton.
Nice.
Which is sick. And I really love Ableton. So I mean, yeah, it's a mix, but now it's mainly like Ableton and Machine together.
Tight.
Yeah.
You use Ableton, don't you?
I do, and I also do that Ableton Machine integration. It can become a little tricky too, I found, because like Machine wants you to sequence in Machine.
Yeah.
And then Ableton is like, no, you got to sequence in here. So to get that MIDI integration between the two, it's always been like a pain in the ass. But I use both, and they're both great, platforms for producing on. Machine has hella dope drum samples.
Yeah.
Like all day. I can like let's say he were to play a guitar sample, and I can pull up a drum kit and it'd sound immediately dope right over that guitar sample, just because like, everything's leveled out and it hits super hard. And they're constantly releasing like new packs too, which is dope.
Yeah.
Does Vicky ever play like live drums on you guys' production?
We haven't done that yet.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll happen at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we'd be rocking the shows together, and yeah, eventually probably will happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vicky Sticks is Willie B's drummer for people that don't know.
Yeah.
That's my boy. That's my day
The
one.
homie.
Yeah.
Who, if you could collaborate with somebody here in this next year, who would it be?
I'm on the top of my list are still like Pharrell Williams.
I remember you mentioned that before.
Yeah.
I was going to say, is it still Pharrell?
Yeah, still Pharrell, Tyler the Creator.
Okay. He just put out a project too that was pretty dope not too long ago.
Yeah,
a couple weeks ago.
I actually still have to like really dig into it. I just haven't had time to listen to it fully, but I'm looking forward to it.
He always causes a lot of buzz. Every time something pops up with Tyler, I swear it's always like.
Well, he came out of the closet on his album.
So
that's
is he
why that
actually
was really
gay?
buzzing. Yeah, I guess so.
It's like for real.
Yeah, for real.
'Cause I thought it was a joke, and I didn't know like if it was just a publicity stunt. So,
No, it's the real deal.
good for him.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I like people that really can just feel comfortable expressing themselves.
Yeah.
Especially for someone of his level because you got so many eyes on you. And that must be hard. That can't be easy, you know, especially in the hip hop realm of things. You know, because he's known as a hip hop artist. I remember the first time I saw that dude, he was eating a cockroach on a music video, and I was like, what the fuck? This dude is on some shit. And he got like a Grammy for that record. I was like, is it because
like
he ate the cockroach or something? Like, he got some big
Yeah.
award, and to the point where he caught my attention. I was like, but the song in my mind wasn't like, this is my jam.
Yeah.
But the controversial part that got my attention was him eating a cockroach. And I was like, okay, this dude's on some different next level shit,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, he's always like, he has a song on there where he talks about how he says like the loneliest guy in the room is the wildest. And like, that's like how I picture him. Like I've actually ran into him a few times in LA, and he's just wild and like really weird. And like, I feel like he tries to make you be uncomfortable with like the things he says.
Yeah.
And I think he's just kind of out there because, you know, he had all that going on. Those like kind of like internal struggles. Like he was still in the closet and all that. So like for him to come out of the closet was like, okay.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You know what I mean? But no, the album was dope. Like his production's been crazy. I remember when I ran into him, I was like, "Yo, could I send you some beats?" And he goes, "Nah, man, I'm gonna keep making my own shit."
There you
I
go.
was like, "All right, bro, yeah, you do your own thing."
I like that. The golf brand's dope too.
Yeah, but yeah, he's dope.
I was a big Odd Future fan, like, you know, from like the beginning.
Yeah.
I was actually kind of upset that it all fell apart, but they're all doing like their own thing now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love Earl.
But that would be tight if you guys could connect on something, you know? That would,
Yeah, that's
you know,
the thing is like, I make like a lot of soulful stuff and like this. We use like similar chords actually, like in a lot of the like similar sound palettes. So a few people have actually told me like, oh, like yo, this sounds like Tyler, like my song not Fire in the Rain, but Rain in LA.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's someone I liked. And then this new chick, Jessie Reyes. Do you guys know who that is?
Yeah.
She's super dope. I'd love to make something with her. And then I mean, there's like a lot of legendary producers I'd like to work with. But,
Yeah.
Right.
But you know, for me, it's a process.
Like
Like
you wouldn't turn down a Dr. Dre collab by any means.
no, yeah. But like right now, like I feel like I'm the most open that I've ever been to collaborating with producers.
Gotcha.
Just because like I find like now I recently got management in the last like couple months.
Nice. Alleviate some of that.
Is that with the Mayor Hawthorne?
No, so I'm actually with Red Light Management.
Okay.
Nice. Red light's good.
Yeah, so my homies Brandon and Sam over there just like find like it's crazy because and I just started working with Zach Iser from ICM.
Nice.
Really dope agent. So like it's crazy. Like last time I was with you guys, like I was like super indie like a year ago. Like even like most of my whole come up, I've been completely independent. Like no label, no management, no anything. And now it's really cool to finally have a team. They're like helping me set up a bunch of sessions, which has been really cool. So I'm like open to it because I've been making some of my favorite music ever.
That's tight.
Collaborate.
Nice.